Any minute now.
And it should be ready any minute now.
Damn.
It should be ready any minute now. That's fine. It's just recording.
I think yeah. Oh,
but with that being said, yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Roll It Up. It's that time of the day where Zack Da Mack can roll up some shit, confide to you guys and let you guys know what's going on with my life. No, I'm just kidding. No, but happy to be here for another episode. Again, we're here at Dynasty Barbershop as always. Best place to be. Best place to get your hair, fixed up. Shout out to them. Rolling up some of the best in the legalized neighborhood, I guess, if you will. So shout out to the dispensaries out here, in Lake County. Good old America, I guess, in general. It's pretty much legal everywhere now. We're working on that here, Here, Roll It Up are sponsors for that. You know what I'm saying? Legalize it everywhere. With that being said, though, my guest today is the man, the myth, the legend, the OG, triple OG, the one of the just goats out here, I guess, if you want. You looking sharp today too with the jacket and everything. So.
Can I curse?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good.
You're damn right you can. Yes.
Strong shit they're smoking over there.
That's right, though. Why don't you introduce yourself, man? This is the old man.
Hi, everybody. I'm Old Man RJ. And trust me, when I just said that Zack Da Mack shit is strong, it's because I see an alien on the table.
That's right. That's right.
But no, it's good to be here. I haven't been on Roll It Up since you changed the season. New season to Roll It Up. You've been rolling it up pretty good. I like that.
We're rolling it up pretty good. That's right. I've been keeping it strong. You were here for the Light It Up era, is what you're referring to, which we're still lighting it up in a concept. Things
but
are still working that way.
You gotta roll it before you light it.
Exactly.
And
There's baby.
It's the same thing when I eat my tacos. I grab a taco, I had to roll it before I light it.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. Okay, so with that being said, old man, you do know how the show works, though. I am going to be rolling up, chilling, smoking, asking you some questions. Mm-hmm. Here on Roll It Up, though, my guest doesn't always have to smoke. Hence, the old man does not indulge in any THC, which is perfectly fine here.
Old man has to bring a nice little... Look at this thing. What is it? Poncho? Serape?
It's a beer.
Look at this thing, man. It's so pretty.
It is pretty.
It looks like it belongs to old man at the moment because, old man always carries things that are pretty.
That's right. That's right. All right. So you did actually help with some of the guests, the script today because, honestly, with Reject Gone Down, if everyone watching familiar with that, I mean, old man's been part of the podcast group for a long time. So you were behind the scenes producer and, on scene producer. So obviously your feedback into the subject go in hand. What they are going to be today. So basically we're going to be talking about some NBA stuff. Mm-hmm. We're going to get into a little bit of some video gaming and, the
munchies
and the dignified munchies. Exactly. Yeah. So still being the guest though, we're going to start off with what order you want to go into. So you get to pick
being the guest, I think that the best way to do it is we're going to jump on to video gaming.
Okay.
All right. And the reason why I think it's good to do video gaming is because when you're going to play video games, you have to lean into the munchies next. After a long day of kicking ass, or in my case, getting my ass kicked.
That's true.
In video games, Tony kid, but still, you got to come back and you go and get your snacks,
You do.
But in the world of video gaming, I have a question. I guess I get to ask the questions today because I'm the guest, huh?
You can freaking host the show if you want. I'm honored for you to do it. So that's right, though. But get into the video games. I'd love to be asked these questions. So
all right, so these are turning around. That's why I'm sitting in the host chair today. Normally Zack Da Mack is here, rolling it up, making it live. But today, old man gets to take over.
The old man take over.
Okay,
ass up.
sorry. Had a few beers already, and all of them is Serapes.
That's right. Let's get into it, man.
So the question I got for you is, you go out to watch a movie. You're gonna go look at snacks that you want. So at the movie, what do you prefer to always do? Are you a popcorn guy, a nachos guy, pretzel guy?
Are we gonna do the snacks, or are we gonna do the gaming first? Though?
Yeah.
Okay. So the snacks.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah. Gaming. I'm sorry. See, I'm old. I'm forgetting things.
It's not easy being the host, huh?
Yeah. No. Now when you're old like I am, you forget things. Right. I'm sorry, everybody. Gaming.
Right.
Back in the day, like we have Fight Night. So Fight Night Round 4 came out, then you had Champion. After Champion, you never had nothing come out again until you got Undisputed, which is from a different company.
Yeah, which
So
Undisputed was pretty whack. But
yeah, which I heard. I haven't played it, but I heard it sucked.
Mhm.
But now, everyone's still waiting for Fight Night Champion. Same thing with like the game of what's that one car game? GTF,
No.
GTS.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto? Yeah,
Yeah,
Grand Theft Auto.
GTA.
Yes. Yeah, GTA. GTA is it's a new game coming out pretty
Part
soon.
6.
Yes.
And look how long we waited for that to come out.
Still waiting.
We had World War III. We're on the bridge of World War IV, and we're still waiting for this bad thing to happen.
The expandency that we've waited for this game to drop is literally, I think it's at an all-time high at this point. Like, this is probably one of the longest waited games that's dropping right now, off of one of the biggest premieres that they've had. Grand Theft Auto 5 alone was so big; it was a game changer. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be just. It's going to be monumental, I think.
And Nia Jax is actually voicing in that game.
There's so many voiceovers in it. There's a lot of real life cast, like people that are based on, like a lot of characters are based off one rappers and artists. And then I think it's going to be a love story too, because I don't know if anybody's seen the trailers, obviously.
Hey, if I could get it on with a girl in a car, I'm cool. Did I just say it out loud? I'm sorry.
I'm sure they're going to have access to that in some way for you. You know what I'm saying? Any GTA fans out there know that you can pick up a couple hookers to ride around. You can do your thing.
I need to make sure that game allows me to play, and they called it Puppy Love.
Okay, would that be yes? I think it's gonna be a little bit of a love story too, though, because obviously your main character is a guy and a girl, and I think the buildup of wanting to know how that love story is going to go is going to be, interesting way for the game to be played too. You know what I'm saying? You can play both characters. Obviously, we're about equality here. You can finally get a female main character into that. You know what I mean? It's about damn time. Because, online for Grand Theft Auto, that's all you hear is, why don't they ever have a girl main character, this and that. So I think that's a good addition to it too. I don't like how long we're waiting for, though. I don't.
I think that's the thing about Rockstar. I think the name of the company is.
Mm-hmm.
Rockstar, they took a long time to do part 2 of Red Dead Redemption.
Oh my god!
And look how good that game is to where we're still playing it even today.
I just restarted it literally last week.
And you're playing part 2, and you've done the story mode, but there's so much to cover.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing about Grand Theft Auto 5 and 6 is that wait between those two games. You waited so long, but you got so much that keeps coming in.
It's such a long wait, though. I feel like Red Dead Redemption was a long wait too, though, wasn't
10
it?
years apart, I think 10, if I'm correct.
Okay.
So imagine 10 years apart compared to like right now. You got sporting games. You got 2K. You got 2K NBA, 2K.
Oh, but you'll never wait that long for a 2K.
You get it a year.
NFL.
But my question to you would be, is it the same thing you're playing every year?
It is. I think so. I haven't played a 2K game in a couple of years, but the last 2K game I played was probably like 2K20 maybe or 18 or 19, and those two back to hand were literally the same, like same buttons, same everything. The graphics look the exact
same. Storyline.
I think a game like with Rockstar, a perfect example is a Red Dead Redemption, because Red Dead Redemption 1 was so like pixelized still, and like like the things you could do on the map were awesome. But compared to Red Dead Redemption 2 is just a whole different feel. I don't think we have to wait this long for Grand Theft Auto when it's really not going to be. It's going to be a little bit more sharper, but the graphics are. It's going to. I feel like they're going to feel
like they're going to look more clear, more live in a way. Look how the graphics look for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Almost how real they look. Like
It's very real.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for Red Dead Redemption 3. You know me, I love the good old cowboy games.
They for sure said they're gonna do Red Dead Redemption 3?
I hope so. They haven't said nothing yet. But
have you played Grand Theft Auto? Have you played Grand Theft Auto 5?
I think I played Piece of 5. I'm more based on like back in the day. I think it was when it was in I think it was PlayStation.
So you played like Vice City or San Andreas?
Like whichever one it was where you could go beat the living crap out of Elvis impersonators.
I think it was the third one. No,
I think it was, or the second one.
I think that was Vice City. I think that was still Vice City.
I walked in and I walked into a whole bunch of them, just walking around going, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that's it."
I think that was Vice City. Yeah. So, this new Grand Theft Auto coming out is going to have Vice City revamped. They're supposed to bring back some of the old characters from Vice City. They're supposed to bring back the whole city itself on top of a new map too.
So, oh damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's supposed to be one of the biggest Rockstar maps. Correct me if I'm wrong. Allegedly, I believe it is one of the biggest Rockstar maps out. The second one I think is Red Dead, and then it's Grand Theft Auto 5. So that is another thing that I mean that if you think that Red Dead Redemption has a lot of like hidden areas and stuff like that, like only imagine a map
Grand Theft Auto 6 would have.
Exactly, like
spoilers. And then imagine, okay, probably that's why it's taking so long to do part 3. It took so long to do Grand Theft Auto 6 because they were building up 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the thing I like about this company, Rockstar, is that they take their time in developing the game to the point where
time, man. Dude, they said that it took them like over 10 or 15 years to make Red Dead Redemption 2. Like,
imagine how many people they fired and brought back. No, wait, that story you were writing? Yeah, about that Arthur guy? Yeah, bring that guy back, man.
I think it's cool too how I don't know how much you look into it, but some of the cast didn't even they didn't know each other when recording. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't know the character that they were playing and stuff like that, and like there wasn't like necessarily a script. Like they were being handed what to read, and this is how you read it and stuff like that. And I think I've never seen a video game be acted out like that. It really gives a movie aspect to Red Dead Redemption 2. Honest, I love that part about it. That's my favorite part. The story is like a movie. It's like a short film, and you just get to be in it. That's cool as hell to me, I think.
Not just that. I think the one thing I like about it, and you can attest to it too, the fact that you don't want to get close to the characters.
Yeah.
As you start playing, every character you start liking, something bad happens. They're like,
something horrible happens. Horrible.
It's like heartbreak after heartbreak playing that game.
I can say for a fact that I was the first time around playing it, I was very sad with how Arthur passed. Spoilers for out there if you guys haven't played Red Dead. It's obviously been a long time.
I mean, it's been a while. Yeah, if y'all haven't played it,
that's what I'm saying. If you guys haven't,
you can't just walk around and be like, "Oh, thanks a lot for telling me that we spoiled the game." No.
But when Arthur gets sick, the biggest scene on there is obviously the coffin town.
After he hung out with old girl Mary.
Exactly, man.
You were hoping he would be with Mary. You wanted him to hook up with her, leave the outlaw life behind, have little kids, a little dog named Spike, man. All the good stuff. And you find out it's not going to happen no more.
Yeah, that is honestly the most I've been impacted by a video game, I feel like, other than like Gears of War. No. I don't know if you're familiar with Gears, but like Gears, they had a pretty sad death scene one time with the main character's his best friend. He dies. He sacrifices himself for everybody. Other than that, Red Dead and that, like those are I literally had to put the controller down. I was like, yo, this shit is real life. Like I was like, yo, this is the whole game changes. Everything changes. And in Red Dead, literally you become a whole nother person.
As you play it.
Yeah, you get the whole different story from John's point of view now. And people that have played the game before love that too though. Because a lot of people hated that you're Arthur and then John. You know what I'm saying? Because
those who play part 1, they know who John is.
Yeah, exactly.
So they knew you're gonna end up being John at some point, I guess.
I didn't know that, dude.
No, me neither. When I was playing it, all of a sudden when Arthur dies, I'm like, okay, now what happens? Like the prologue.
Yeah, I was like, game over. And then you keep playing. I'm like, this is a long ass prologue.
And it's like, and now you're John. John Morrison. Yeah. You're like, oh shit, okay, what's gonna happen now? That one scene out of all the games, that one scene that I loved about this, fucking the theme song plays, you're walking up a snow hill, and shit's about to go down.
Oh yeah, the end when he's going to kill Dutch and everybody, and Micah and all that.
Micah, he's about to go kill Micah, and he's looking for Micah, and you're about to go guns blazing in there.
Yeah,
and you're killing people off the hill. You can tries to get you, pop them in the face. Oh, shit,
yeah,
dude.
That was a very good ending to it. I love that, honestly. The mountain going up, and you go up there with, two other people. They go down.
What's his name? You go up there with.
I'm drawing a blank on his name.
I know, I'm not drawing a blank on her name too.
Sadie's the girl, though.
Sadie, oh yeah.
Sadie's the girl, but I forget the Indian guy's name. I love him though. He's my favorite character personally.
I think it's Charles.
It is Charles. Yeah, it is Charles. You're right. You're exactly right.
Charles shows up.
Yeah.
And Sadie shows up. I think at some point Charles gets hurt. Sadie gets hurt too.
Charles gets hurt first, and then Sadie gets shot.
She got shot. She got stabbed. Oh, this stab?
Either one. She does.
She gets wounded.
Yeah, she gets wounded.
She still wants to go. And dude's like, no. You sit here and let me go kick ass.
Yeah.
You already kicked enough ass.
Yeah.
I'm like, if we're going to have a 3, you need to have a game based on Sadie.
Sadie was cool. I like the way she stepped up for sure.
Either that or John's son.
Yeah. John's son would be pretty cool. I feel like he's a little too wimpy, but if he mans up.
Oh, in part 1, he manned up like crazy at the end.
See, I don't know. I don't know about you, old man, too. Playing video games, I like to play games in chronological order. It's just how I like to play them.
And that's what I'm afraid of. What if part 3 goes back more?
It could. I was just upset because I never played Red Dead Redemption 1. When I went to purchase Red Dead 2, I was looking for Red Dead Redemption 1 and I couldn't find it at all. I don't know. I was very upset about that. So this was one of the only games I hopped in on a sequel.
Without knowing.
And
when I beat part 2, I actually had to look up part 1 online and watch the game as it's played.
Okay.
Like the video clips and all that?
Yeah.
So I did that. All right, so, when you're playing the video game, I'm going back now to the original topic that I had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing the video game, or you're going to movies, or you're watching a sports game.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain snack you like? Like at the movies, are you a popcorn guy? Are you a nacho guy? Do you get pretzels? Do you get pizza? Do you just get candy and soda or icy? What do you do?
For sure, at a movie, or if I'm watching a movie at home, usually popcorn. I like to indulge in some popcorn, but video games, honestly, I'm bad with video games. I snack. I snack on everything. It's bad. That's where I know, honestly, a lot of this weight came from last year. Like, it became a thing, especially with the longer games.
Yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed and like Red Dead. And stuff like that. I gotta like snack while like they're riding the horse and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're going to another place. So it's like I'm snacking, eating. So like
can't even go too fast. You gotta when you're passing them out, they're like, slow down. You're going too fast for me. I'm like, shit, come on, man.
So for snacks, I usually do a nice sandwich, big ass sandwich.
Oh, nice.
Ham, you know what I'm saying? Cheese, ham, mayonnaise, mustard all day. Lettuce sometimes when I'm feeling frisky.
If you feel for it,
You don't feel for it, yeah. And then grilled cheese. I usually make grilled cheese, quick little grilled cheese. I make 2 of them sometimes, All
right. Tell me your grilled cheese, like how you cook it. What do you do?
Oh, dude, personally, I gotta have, you can do white bread, that's fine. But you gotta have pepper jack spicy cheese. Ooh, grilled cheese is so good.
Try combining that with Monterey.
So Monterey is good. And then if not, I do yellow cheese too. But the life hack is fucking what's it called? Damn, I just drove. Oh no, what is it called? Not Monster. Is it Monster?
You got
Gouda, smoked Gouda.
Oh,
that's
Gouda.
cheese, smoked Gouda.
I had that before. I forgot who gave me Gouda cheese in a burger one time.
Yeah,
and that shit was fire.
That's usually I like to get. If not, it's just some yellow cheese. American cheese is good. Can't go wrong with that.
No. Okay, so if you're making a grilled cheese sandwich. Do you butter your pan and then just put the cheese? Because what I do is this. I grab the butter. I put the bread there first. Okay. Like I kind of like smear the butter first on the pan.
On the pan?
Yeah. And then I put the bread on.
Okay.
And then while I'm cooking one side, I'm putting butter on the top part.
And
then I flip it over and I put butter so it could like come in.
I got you.
So I start letting the butter like kind of like braise into the rest of the sandwich.
Got you. When you put the cheese on?
Oh, it's already on.
So you put it on whole.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't.
So you didn't do that.
I don't do it like that. No.
Now I gotta figure out what you do.
Oh, that's weird to me. I don't know. Okay. No, I butter the pan. My bread down. I put my cheese on top of that piece right there.
Oh, okay.
And I let that go. Sometimes I put bread. Sometimes I put butter on the
first part of it and then flip it over.
Yeah. Then you put the other piece of toast on, right? You know what I'm saying? You could even put the lid on sometimes. Let that cheese melt, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you come back. You put butter on that half that's not on there yet. You put that on the bread. Flip it.
And then you're cooking the other side.
Then you can put another piece of butter. Then you cook the other side. Then you put the lid back on because it just helps the cheese.
Kind of like smoking it in a way.
In a way, it helps the cheese get more. That's where you get that cheese pull, man. It's all about that cheese pull.
Yeah.
It's all. So yeah, that's how I do it. Yours is not wrong either, though. Obviously, there's no wrong way to cook grilled cheese.
No,
well, there's a couple wrong ways.
Their way, yeah.
But
the funniest one I've ever seen was Johnny Depp when he's cooking in the movie.
Oh shit! What movie?
And he, I think it's called. Damn, I can't remember the movie. It's with Johnny Depp. But he grabs an ironing board.
Okay.
And he's grilling the cheese with the freaking iron.
I would love to do that though. I would.
I was like, how do you have to? You have to be like very, very careful with how much you burn it.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, I wonder if the cheese actually melts because you got that hot iron on top of it.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's gonna melt.
And then it has to leave the iron marks all over it.
Yeah, with the hot ass iron, it's gonna work. Okay, I got one for you though. What is the best time of day that you get most of your gaming done? If you do sit down,
nowadays, if I was to be coming back home from work,
okay.
So I get back home from work and do my regular day chores. Cook something to eat.
Was that nighttime?
Yeah.
Okay.
I normally get home like 7 or 8 o'clock.
So we're getting home about 8 o'clock. Okay.
So I get my snacks. I get whatever I'm gonna eat. Then then it's a little beer.
A couple of brewskis.
You need brew.
Definitely drinking.
You can't drinking
just like beer. Drinking and playing the game is like a whole different level.
You want to feel that. You want to feel that anger.
You're like not only
can't be
that.
angry when you're playing without a beer in your head. You're drinking iced tea or something. You're like, oh
no. I was gonna say, don't get me wrong. There's occasions in the morning where I'm gaming. I'll drink tea. I'll straight up drink a couple like hot tea.
I drink coffee.
Yeah. Well, coffee is too much because I'm too jittery off the coffee, so I can't just play the game. That's just me. Caffeine hits me pretty. Like coffee hits me pretty hard. So I wouldn't be able to sit in the game and play. I couldn't.
It'd be like all jumpy and everything.
Yeah, I'd probably be talking shit, but definitely some tea. But so at night though, when you get home from work, get some snacks,
and then I sit down like around 8:30ish.
Okay.
Between 8 to the point where I give up of getting my ass kicked.
Okay.
That'd be like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Okay, that's what
depending if I actually find a way to beat it.
Okay.
Then I keep going because I feel like I'm gonna beat it. And then I'm getting close, and then I get my ass handed to me worse than what I did before.
Okay, yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay, I'm losing because I'm tired.
Exactly. Right.
Tired. It's not because I suck. It's because I'm tired. When you're tired, you're not gonna want to play no more.
My character in the game is tired, so we must both be tired.
He needs to sleep.
I've been on that. Right.
I think at one point my character looked at me while he's getting his ass kicked. Like, really?
We're gonna fight this guy again, bro? Like,
you think you got him now? You want to go in and punch him?
I so feel
why don't you try A, B and see what happens?
I do feel that, man. And that's like you were saying before, getting attached to your character, though, man. Especially with games like that, dude. You gotta get attached to them,
dude. When I was playing Red Dead, So I'm playing Red Dead, and at that point where Arthur Morgan starts crawling to get to the gun, I'm over here tapping on that button. I'm like, dude. He's about to kill you.
I did too. I don't know about you, but I was trying to kill Micah so bad in the fight. I
literally kill him with Arthur.
I died and I came back just to find a way. I'm like, nah, let me die again. Because if maybe if I restart and do something different, I can kill him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I catch him off guard, I did at least
I tried shooting him after I beat the game. I was Arthur and I tried shooting him. He was like, hey, what you doing? I was like, dude. I'm just trying to get revenge.
The second time, first of all, yes, when you die and then you beat it, right? And you go to start it the second time, what about you? You try to kill Art, like you try to kill him any chance you get, bro. I was throwing bombs at him. I was doing anything I could. I was like, if I kill him early, he ain't gonna kill me.
Like we died to say it's game over, and you're like,
anytime you kill him, it's like
it felt good, but
mission failed and shit like that. Yeah.
Mission failed. You can't do it. But that's the thing about gaming and munchies. Gaming is you're always gonna have something to eat. You have to have your chips.
Yeah.
Your grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
At some point, a long ass pizza because you've been playing for a while.
Yeah.
And I'd say the most I've ever gamed is like, let's say if I have a day off of work, like if I'm off on Saturday, I clean the house, dude. For the rest of the day, I'm playing because I got nothing to do. I'm like, okay, well, might as well start playing the game.
I definitely prefer to game at night, especially my time is like sometimes when the whole house is everybody's knocked out and I'm watching a show or something like that. I'll literally be like, ooh. I'm about to play the game. And I'll just stop what I'm doing. I'll hop on the game. And that's usually at like 11 or like midnight though, right? I'll get on. I'm usually on for at least 6 hours though. That's where it gets bad. Like I don't intend to be like sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna play for a couple hours. I'll like put my phone on the charger. But once I start like a story or even if I'm playing online, especially when I was playing like Grand Theft Auto Online, like 3 or 4 hours would fly by because like I get so invested in the game. Yeah, dude, I get so invested in the mission, whatever I'm playing, like new challenger, a new item that I can unlock or something like that. I'm like hooked. I'm like, all right, it's only gonna take me 2 hours. I'm like, boom, let me do it. But then it's like 4 or 5 hours. So the longest I've gamed, definitely Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Shout out to Assassin's Creed here. We love it. And, you can find the shorts and clips on, roll it up YouTube. You say. With that being said, I first bought the game. Like night one, I think I had to work the next day. I stayed up all night. I pulled an all-nighter.
Do you ever like when you? I don't know if anybody else that watches this. Do y'all ever had the experience where after you play the game, you've been playing for a good while,
yeah,
and let's say you're stuck on a stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're stuck there. You go to work and you're still thinking about that damn stage.
Oh hell yeah, definitely.
And you're over here like, how the fuck am I gonna beat the stage? Your boss comes around like, hey, you need to do this and that. Oh yeah, I got it. You start doing your chores, but you're thinking, I gotta beat the stage.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
And you're thinking the scenarios of what went wrong.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Like, what move I should have did? I should have picked a different move list. I should have attacked here.
I should have attacked here.
Or with me, most of the games I like to play games with alternate scenarios, like Red Dead. Yeah, you can pick a solution to save the character, or kill the character, something like that.
You play. You can actually be a bad guy throughout the whole game. You have a different ending for him.
Mm-hmm. I like games like that. Assassin's Creed is like that too.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed has alternate endings and different scenarios, and so like I've definitely clicked one and like killed somebody, and like the next day I'd be like, fuck, I should have left that motherfucker. I should have like saved him. I want to know how that story ends, and now I gotta wait and beat the game.
It'd be cool if you could have a game like that where, let's say, the last stage, there's something where if you keep the guy alive that you think it's against you, you keep him alive. It'd be cool if that's the reason why you survive.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And he's the one that actually convinces you that I'm here to help you.
That'd be really cool.
And if you keep him alive, you hand him a gun, and you and him start smoking house like crazy.
Okay, that'd be nice as fuck.
Like remember that Scarface movie? And the guy comes in, he's like knocking at the door. He's like, I think he's knocking at the door, telling Al Pacino, Antonio Montana to let me in.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't care. He doesn't listen. So he's like, no, you're probably gonna betray me. Oh, dude gets shot up.
He does get shot
up. Everyone, a lot of my brother mentioned it to me. He's like, imagine if he would have let that guy in. Then that guy could have had Antonio Montana's back while Montana was taking care of the people in the front.
That's a very good point. It's a very good point. It's a very good point. Scarface.
That's why I say you need to have beer when you're gaming.
Yeah, definitely beer is where you game for sure. I love. Now, have you ever been too drunk to play the game?
Yeah. I was playing soccer. I was playing soccer with
FIFA?
FIFA back in the day. We were playing the World Cup ones. I used to love the World Cup ones.
Okay.
And we were playing it, and it was me and some of my cousins, and I was too drunk to the point where I passed out, and all you hear is, John, pass the ball. John, I'm open, pass the ball. Or old man in my case, old man, I'm open, pass the ball. And I'm over there.
Honestly,
and they're like, John, man. Old man, are you awake? I'm like, yeah, I'm just strategizing. With your eyes closed?
Just strategizing is crazy.
With your eyes closed? Yeah, I'm trying to picture the whole thing,
I'm a real visionary kind of person, man. So, like, let me
see
it through before I,
Before I pass you the ball. Because what if you're going to mess up? I'm trying to, if I press square like you're telling me to, what if it lands on the other guy and the other guy takes it all the way over there and scores on us?
Yeah.
Then you're going to blame me for passing the wrong pass.
That's crazy. Falling asleep online is wild. I've definitely passed out playing some drunk shit. Definitely, I got woken up by the missus. I was definitely like playing. I remember I was just like this. I had the controller in my hand still though, like just like this.
We're playing. Me and one of my nephews. His name is Derek. Yeah, I don't think y'all met him yet. We're playing the Turtles game, the new one that came out. That's on. You can play on Xbox. It's called Revenge of the Shredder.
Okay.
So we're playing online, and people are joining us. But one of the guys that played with us, he was Leonardo. Mm-hmm. I was Raphael, and the other dude was Michelangelo.
My nephew. You as the Michelangelo, but okay.
It's because he's more like I had to let him be Michelangelo. Gotcha. So I ended up being Raphael. I can't be Donatello.
Young Padawan, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely not Donatello.
No, I'm not Donatello. It's just not in me.
You're
I'm more of a Mikey.
Yes, Mikey for sure.
Either that, or if I could get Splinter, I'll be Splinter. I don't mind being
like. You could be a mean Ralph. You could, if you could pull it off.
So we're playing, and Leo pulls Johnny. Mm-hmm. Fucking got drunk, passed out.
Oh damn!
And we're carrying his ass throughout the whole game. Like literally, we can walk, and he'll just appear right where we're at. Like, okay, we're kicking ass.
That's always good, I guess, right?
And the funny thing is that it got to the point where we're about to beat the game with this sleeping Leo. Okay. And it kicked all three of us out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, for some reason, we were about to beat it. It kicks us out. And people who were jumping in online to join us, they went on to beat it, I guess. I don't know if they got kicked out, too.
That's some bullshit, yo.
All right, so we played it. We talked about games. We talked about munchies. We talked about the good food. Grilled cheese sandwiches, pizza.
Not much. Any other munchies that you have to share for yourself?
Chips.
Chips in general.
Chips.
You're a big chip
any
guy?
chips. Nachos. I always get nachos at the movie theater. I love nachos.
I haven't had movie theater nachos in a long time,
You
but
gotta try
we
it.
make we make them at home though. Sometimes
with the Velveeta cheese.
Not necessarily. We do the ground beef, the Doritos, and then we do
okay.
lettuce and cheese like that. Like, yo, that's a classic little go-to snack. Definitely while you're gaming too.
Yeah.
We like to do that for sure.
I like another thing I like to do when I'm gaming is burgers.
It's hard. The burgers are hard. The burgers are hard.
I know that's before I play.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I think I can think of nothing else. Probably M&Ms.
Okay. Candy. I've never been big candy in general. So like while gaming, not too much. Maybe like some Jolly Ranchers or something like that. But even then, I'm not too like. Rather
it takes too much time.
Yeah, no.
You gotta open the bag and
you gotta open the bag and take the wrapper out. Okay, all right.
Yeah, rip it up.
Okay, I think we covered those two then.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the last subject here is nice little NBA subject right here, which is good. I want to get your intake on this, old man. Basically, the season has been running long. Shout out to the NBA playoffs right now. Okay, we always love that. This is going into the NBA 2 years now. I think they're doing since the season has been expanded. Do you think that it's very, bad on their health in general for the longevity of the season? One, and then are we starting to see the effects?
I think we are, because look at the fact that, and it's just not. It's always been something I've seen within. I'm a wrestling fan, you know that. Wrestlers they used to work like hours, days and days and days within the year, and you hear about all these crazy injuries that they had.
Right.
And
in the ring, out the ring.
Yeah.
What's going on?
And so now you're looking at basketball players who are playing game after game after game. You're going back and forth in the court running. Your muscles, your body is wearing out. It's like wear and tear.
They say the same thing as soccer. Obviously, smaller though. Smaller. Yeah.
But at the end of it all, you got to know that there's a point where the body just can't handle too much.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening is you overstep the limit of how far they could go. And, you got to let them rest. I've said it before, I think the NBA needs to give them a good break before the playoffs start.
Yeah. So can you look at how many games it is for the whole season, if you can, including the playoffs? Just the number. Yeah, just the number. But continue though.
No, go ahead.
My thing is that with the amount of games that they play on top of the playoffs. So right now we're seeing it, yes, because one of the two biggest, NBA stars we have right now, they both were in the Olympics, coming off the Olympic season too, actually. You know what I'm saying? This was the Olympics last year, going into the season playing. Stephen Curry's down with his hamstring, his leg. They lost the playoffs. Now they're out. Golden State is out now. Not because of Curry losing on top of that, though, what I'm saying? Ripple effect. And not only that, same thing with the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum, one of the greats right now, torn, I think it's Achilles or something like that.
Damn.
Down and out. Yeah, done for. Like that's the season-ending injury, even if you got at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that happened now in the playoffs. That's going to affect him coming into next season. No doubt about it, even if it's preseason. So I do think it's I don't want to say like bad. It's just scaresome though, for sure, as an NBA player. A lot of them invest their time and money into their body strictly. You know what I'm saying? And for them just to go down like that, this is like a lot of their income. That's a lot of their,
but they get paid their life in a way.
Then that's their we go to work 9 to 5. Like that's their 9 to 5. That's what they do. They don't have most people don't play basketball, NBA, and then go to Walmart and clock in. No. That's their job, bro. Like they're hoping.
Craziest thing would be another Will Ferrell movie right there.
Imagine just seeing LeBron James stacking stuff at Walmart. Like, oh yeah, no, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go to Walmart.
I gotta go dunk on somebody.
Right, I gotta go.
Then I gotta go put these groceries away for some lady.
Or even back in the day, seeing Michael Jordan still stocking, and then he's like, I play for the Bulls. So, yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it's mine. I'm about to win another championship.
He's doing the shoulder shrug just in Walmart, like. That'd be crazy.
Mike, you just got play of the month. Take a picture.
That'd be funny as hell, yeah.
You just gave them a new comedy show.
Yeah, for real. That'd be honestly cool. So do you think that the NBA though should go back? They didn't have, I think it's 82 games. I don't know if you're going to
82 games for a regular season for sure. But if you're adding the season, you would sit there and say, well, it's 4 rounds of the playoffs.
Okay.
So the math would be 7 times 4 is 28. So 28 plus 82
is.
Oh, hold on.
You're good.
Plus 82 is 110 games.
110
so
games
minimum.
Minimum.
So let's say you play all 7 games, then it's a full 110 games you play that season if you won the championship.
Also, does that also include that in-season tournament that they had?
Yeah,
that would include that now because it's part of the in-season.
Part of the 82 games.
Okay.
You would be asking if they're counting the preseason in that. So there's still a preseason.
And that's why, like, how many games? 3 or 4?
It's about a month. There's about a month extra. But that's still if you want to play if you want to be in tip-top shape, you want to perform in preseason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to make sure your game is good before you start the season. So that's just a mixture. But like I was saying with the Olympics, though, a lot of the All-Stars play the Olympics last year. They were off of the Olympics, and we're looking at some of the people that are in the playoffs right now that are in the Olympics. So that's a lot of playing for them, too. Stephen Curry, obviously, is on the older end. His injury wasn't as impactful as Jason Tatum's right now because he didn't go down. But Jason Tatum going down, though, I think is a big factor of playing longevity because he is fresh off last season winning the title, winning, you know what I'm saying, his all-time high, playing at all-time high, playing that full season. I'm sure he had a couple, games in and out. And then winning that, going to the Olympics, and then playing again, going to the finals again this year. Well, going to the playoffs. That's still, that's a lot. I think that's a lot, and I do feel for them. The NBA, they say that this is like a low ratings right now, and they're not that interesting. And these guys are trying to bust their ass for ratings, basically.
Well, you get your low ratings because you're not giving people anything to watch to be competitive no more.
It is not that it's competitive. It's not that competitive. It's definitely a 3-point game.
Back in the day, you used to dunk on somebody and you would use to poster on somebody.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That was back in the day when you weren't afraid to get hit, elbow, drop kick, kneed, tackled.
Would you say though that isn't the NFL thinking of going more season too, a longer season?
I think they did, and I think it injured a lot of players too. And that's the thing. Next thing you know, soccer is going to think the same thing, and look what's going to happen over there.
So I'd be bad for
Next thing you know it, they're going to mess up their key players, and they're going to try to have to look for new guys to build up.
Yeah, that'd be really bad too.
And that's the thing. It's NBA needs to, stop making all these extreme teams to like win championships. Like, wow, he joined this other guy.
Well,
this Danny's going to go on and win the championship. And you're like, okay, well, let me go change the channel because
we do like super teams, though, old man. Don't we like super teams?
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, look at Mike though. Michael had a super team. You know what I'm saying?
I also name how many of the guys that were Michael Jordan's team that were in the All-Star team.
2 of them, at least. Steve Kerr wasn't in the All-Star. He was.
No, he was just 3-pointer.
He's an All-Star. Whatever. Dennis Rodman was All-Star.
No, I don't remember Rodman being an All-Star.
He was All-Star when he was the Pistons. Then he came to the Bulls. He's All-Star.
But he hasn't done nothing afterwards.
Because of, he's whatever. That's not the point. That's the point. Point is, super teams are cool. That's fine. No, they are everywhere. It's a thing. It's a trend now with the NBA. It is. It's not just, like one team. It's not just, it's.
And that's killing your ratings.
It's multiple teams. And I see what you're saying. There's no competitiveness because they're all playing together. They're all on one side.
And it's not just no competitive part.
Yeah.
You don't have anyone with that killer edge, and you're barely getting it with the guy that's in, I think, Minnesota, or where is he at? What's his name?
Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
The Ant-Man?
Yeah. You only see him. He's the only one out there actually competing.
I mean, yeah. There's a good, he's definitely top 5 competitors because he's carrying his team, because he doesn't have an all-star like you're saying. I mean, people could argue and say that they did have a Big Cat that's on the Knicks now. They traded him for the dude that's there now, and I guess that was his right hand man. But by himself, he's still doing his thing. But you look at the Knicks, for example. Would you consider that a super team right now? Because that's kind of, they're in the playoffs, and that's. I guess you couldn't say because Brunson's not an all-star. Technically, he's not an all-star, right? So my thing is, Ant is basically the all-star there, but he doesn't even look like he's the all-star there. So that would be blending them together in a way, which is good.
And that's the only thing you have that's looking good for your sport, and people are still not even tuning into it right now.
And you know what sucks with the super teams too is they never have chemistry. If you notice that, they never have chemistry. It doesn't work out.
Sometimes it's more of the blame game.
It's not only the blame game. It's the I don't want to play with them no more. So like like I'm good. Like I'm just not gonna play my best.
I want the ball. You can't have the ball.
Right. So I'm not gonna play my best because you get to keep the ball. So they're not. They just don't
And
perform.
they're both trying to be the MVP. It's more competitive within your own team than it is against anybody else out there.
So you get these super teams. In their eyes, they want to win a ring together with their people. That's their goal. If I win, you can win. You know what I'm saying? Why not win together? Why, if you can't beat them, join them. That's their mentality. That's their mentality.
There's been a lot of joining going on.
We're not gonna.
I guess it's because there haven't been a lot of beating, so you had to join, huh?
We're not gonna name any names at this part, but I mean, I think we know what we're talking about.
Same thing happened with the NFL. Same thing. You had a lot of greats, considered to be greats, that had a lot of backup to help them become great.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the fact that, I don't like to throw shade too much, but look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay.
Never throw shade.
First year in Tampa Bay, got his ass kicked.
Oh yeah.
They had to
accommodate
him with good players.
Oh wow. That's
and what happened? Tom Brady actually went.
That was good. That was good.
And Tom Brady went and won his 7th championship. He had to go one over Jordan, and NFL needed that.
He did.
But look at the time that when those good players weren't with Tom Brady no more, what happened? He got his ass handed
immediately when he got his ring and left. The team was just like,
And then you think about, Tom
Brady.
Brady.
I do like that they got Baker Mayfield though. I like that.
Yeah.
They're doing good right now. I like my boy Baker Mayfield.
Then we could talk about Kansas City Chiefs. Look at the fact that when they went against, they got exposed by the Eagles this year.
They did for sure.
And after being called out throughout the whole year of how the NFL was protecting the Chiefs with all these crazy ass calls.
But you see, that's a super team and all because they got the refs and everything.
Yeah.
That's a super team.
They had the refs, they had the NFL commission, they had everything.
Got other people's coaches.
They had Taylor Swift, they had the movie.
Like, that is the epitome of a super team right there. Like, that is America's team right now. I don't know why they're trying to play the Cowboys as the America's team.
Because they're struggling.
That's their team, bro. Like,
right now, America is exactly what the Cowboys are.
Like how you said, I like how young people said America. I love it.
I got the Don King in me right now.
That's good.
But that's something nasty. But
But so with the NBA though, back to the point at hand. The NBA having these long seasons, obviously, I think is showing wear and tear though. While we're here, though, let's just to get to the NBA talk, just to bring it up. We got a fellow reject here. You know how it goes. Let's get your analyst on the finals here. I know you haven't watched it. It's fine. We just want to know if you got Knicks or Pacers right now. They haven't even played yet. So this is
the Knicks are starting to show some.
They are in the finals. This is the conference finals.
In one of the text messages I sent you, I said the Knicks are going far. I haven't been watching NBA, but I just
they are going far, and you would love this matchup too because this was teased on WWE. The Tyrese Halliburton and Brunson from the Knicks. They met up in the ring like
who's the other Pacers?
The Pacers, Indiana Pacers is the Halliburton guy, and then Knicks has the Brunson guy.
Sure.
Yeah, they're both point guards for the team, but they both came. Logan Paul did the little skit, I think it was.
Yeah, with LA Knight.
Yeah, with with brass knuckles. So he had, Halliburton, I think, did the brass knuckles, and Brunson came in and stopped the situation. So those two actually now are clashing for the finals. We're just curious to see your feet and who you got, man. Who you got? Who you got?
I feel like the Knicks had to win. I don't know why, but I feel like the Knicks are going to win it.
You think the Knicks are going to win it? What do you think? So it's best out of 7. You think 4 sweep? Or we got game 5?
This is going to, if the NBA wants to make this good, I would call both teams and say, hey, guys, I need you to go back and forth for me. I need you to lose one, win one. I need you to take it to the road and lose. I need you to bring it home and lose.
So you're thinking game 7 all the way?
It is 6 or 7. I feel like game 7 is important.
If they're smart, like you're saying, if NBA really wants to lock in, they try to let the Pacers, lose. So Knicks get home court for game 7. Therefore, game 7, Madison Square Garden. Conference finals. Wins. That's gonna be.
Imagine everybody there just to see these two go against each other.
That's gonna be the moneymaker.
And nobody knowing that probably NBA pulled some strings to make this happen.
So they haven't played in the finals. They haven't met each other since 2000, like since the year 2000. Damn. And then before that, one of the last All-Stars was Patrick Ewing for the Knicks and
Reggie Miller for the Pacers.
Miller for the Pacers. That was like one of the last matchups they've had.
So now,
so it's history. It's history in the making.
And then on the other side, you have what? The Timberwolves and
Timberwolves are waiting for the Game 7 of Nuggets and OKC. Game 7 of Oklahoma and the
G Money said that it'll be OKC going all the way against Thunder. I think it's not going to be. I think the Nuggets are going to win that because
you think so?
Yeah. So I think you're going to get Timberwolves against the Nuggets. My call is going to be this. So I feel like at the end you're going to have because you need that rematch, the Timberwolves and Nuggets rematch from last year.
Okay.
I feel like the Timberwolves are going to beat the Nuggets this year to go on to the championship.
The Timberwolves are?
Yeah.
You think Anthony's going to go to the finals?
Yeah, I feel like
Anthony Edwards this year, huh?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Gold Medal, huh?
I feel like he's going to actually go on to beat the Knicks and win a championship.
And you think he's going to beat the Knicks? And you think he's going to beat them?
Yeah.
In 4. No, I'm just playing. No. But what do you...
Let's go with he'll beat them in 6.
Ooh.
Who used to win in Game 6 all the time? Forgot.
Who that is?
His dad.
But he lost, guys. I don't know if they know. No spoiler alert, guys. The Lakers lost, man. They're not in the playoffs. This is why they're not being.
No.
Not LJ.
Okay, I got you. You're right.
But yeah, so that's my prediction. Is I feel like it's going to be Knicks and Timberwolves at the end.
Okay, I like that. I'm not mad at that. I in that scenario, I'm not going to stunt. I would like the Knicks to win that. I don't know. I feel like the Knicks.
I don't think they've ever won a championship, have they?
Nope.
No.
I think their old one.
Yeah.
And the run that they're having now. So I think the Knicks are going to beat the Pacers. But I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be quicker though, because I think they don't want. I think they don't want to mess around with the Pacers.
Well, they have 1970 and 1973.
Okay.
Oh, so that was back in.
I think that was Phil Jackson was on the team.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Damn.
That's just so man has a championship mentality.
That's a long time ago.
From player,
but
to
I
coach.
do think, I think their old one, and I think the hype around the Knicks fans is underestimated right now, bro. The Knicks fans, the New York fans are crazy. Yo.
I can tell you right now, if the Knicks go to the finals like that, you're gonna see Derrick Rose, and you're gonna see the whole Chicago Bulls team supporting Tom Thibodeau.
That'd be cool.
Those
Hell yeah, that'd be really cool.
Damn.
But the Timberwolves, I think they're gonna. The Nuggets, I think the Nuggets are gonna win tomorrow. I would imagine them to win tomorrow. I think the Nuggets are going to beat the Timberwolves, though. I ain't gonna stop. I think it's going to be the.
So it could be.
I think it's going to be
Nuggets
the Nuggets and the
Knicks.
Knicks. I think it's going to be Nuggets and the Knicks, but I think the Knicks are going to pull it out. I do. I think Anthony Edwards is going to ball out for sure, but I might get gassed. I think he's going to get gassed like last year. Like I guess I don't know. We'll see. This is a good matchup, though. It'll be good.
I feel like that's the matchup you need right there.
But I do think that wraps it up here with Roll It Up, man.
Why? Is it because Master Rape?
That's funny. Thank you, though, for being a host, man. Appreciate you being here, man. It was fun.
Thank you for letting me do the topics this time.
Of course, man. Yes, always, definitely. That's right. So, we love you here at Roll It Up. Stay awesome, stay beautiful. Definitely follow us everywhere. Subscribe to YouTube. We need the YouTube to go up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Love us on YouTube. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, though, we love you guys.
A fatty for 100 subscribers.
Oh, hey, yo! If we get some subscribers, challenges are a thing. I'm doing that here. I'll do some challenges.
I know she. Where's that roller up at?
Yes. But with that being said, though, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace out. I'm out. Zack Da Mack. Crack is whack. You know what I'm saying? Don't do drugs. Just roll it up.